With inflation pushing the price of just about everything higher, it's more important than ever to keep track of how you are spending your money. Over time, however, even the most budget-conscious consumers may find themselves spending more than they need to on certain expenses. Here's a look at 5 common money traps and tips on how to cut those costs. 1. Bank fees. Whether you are paying charges for pulling out cash from an out-of-network ATM or paying month-to-month administration expenses for essentially having a financial records, little expenses can amount to a lot of burn-through cash after some time. The typical month-to-month expense for non-premium financial records barring free financial records last year was simply more than 5, as per a Bankrate overview, while the charge for revenue-bearing financial records was more than 16 for the individuals who didn't meet the necessities to defer the expense. Cut the waste, change banks. Almost 50% of financial records don't have month-to-month upkeep expenses by any stretch of the imagination, as per Bankrate. The expense of month-to-month charges, assuming you can't stay away from them with your ongoing bank, probably offsets any revenue you are getting compensated on that record. 2. Sale items you don't need. Cut the waste. Whenever you are enticed to buy something on special, stand by 24 hours prior to making the buy. Frequently the underlying fervor of getting it will wear off, and you will have the option to leave the transaction. 3. Subscriptions you don't use. A pursuit concentrate on last year viewed as over 70% of shoppers squandered more than $50 each month on repeating installments for things they didn't need or need. One guilty party for this, said Julie Ramhold, a purchaser investigator with Deal News, is that individuals frequently pursue free preliminaries and afterward neglect to drop when the time for testing terminates. These things get placed on auto-pay, and afterward individuals don't understand that they're paying for something that they don't utilize, Ramhold adds. That is a simple method for throwing cash through the window. Cut the waste. Regardless of whether you have your visas set for auto-payment, which is a shrewd method for staying away from late installment expenses, cautiously investigate your assertion every month and drop any charges for things or administrations you don't utilize. 4. Food waste. Up to 40% of food in the US is never eaten, as per the Regular Assets Safeguard Chamber. While how much food your family is tossing out might be lower, all of us in general are to blame of preparing salad greens that withered or extras brought back after a supper out. Cut the cost. Look through your refrigerator before you head out to the supermarket. Then, at that point, plan your dinners and your shopping list around the things you as of now have. That way you will not only be sure to use those items before they go bad, but also less likely to purchase new groceries that go to waste. 5. Extended warranties. While service contracts on your vehicle, machines, or other electronic gadgets might counterbalance the expense of future fixes, they're not generally an incredible arrangement for shoppers, as indicated by Ramhold. Some of the time the expense of the arrangement will surpass the expense of any possible fixes, or it doesn't cover the issue that you have, Ramhold said. In addition, many MasterCards incorporate maintenance agreement inclusion for certain buys, so you might be paying for inclusion you as of now have. Cut the waste. Instead of paying for a service contract, consider coordinating your additional money toward a crisis account that you can use to take care of the expense of fixes. Would it be a good idea for them they emerge? In the event that you as of now have a completely supported crisis account, you may be able to skip this expense entirely.